Are you a CEO, a government contractor, or a corporation involved in healthcare fraud or Trade Agreements Act and Buy American Act compliance? In the world of business, threats don't always come in the form you'd expect. They don't always wear a mask and wield a gun. Sometimes the most dangerous threats are those that you can't see. They're the ones that operate in the shadows, the ones that creep up on you when you least expect it. We're talking about white-collar crime investigations. This is an unseen threat that poses a very real danger to CEOs, government contractors, and corporations alike. It's a threat that can lead to serious legal repercussions, including heavy fines and even imprisonment. The risks involved are not to be underestimated. For instance, if you're a corporation involved in healthcare fraud, you could be facing charges that carry severe penalties. The same goes for corporations involved in the Trade Agreements Act and Buy American Act compliance. And it's not just corporations that are at risk. CEOs and government contractors can also find themselves in hot water if they're not careful. Then there's the issue of PPP loans. These loans, designed to help small businesses weather the storm of the pandemic, have been a lifeline for many, but they've also been a source of temptation for those looking to exploit the system. If your application is in trouble due to SBA small business affiliation issues, you could be facing an investigation that could spell disaster for your business. The key to navigating these treacherous waters is immediate action. If you're visited or contacted by government agents, or if you receive a civil investigative demand or subpoena, you can't afford to sit around. You need to act, and you need to act fast. Because the truth is, when the FBI, DOJ, or OIG comes knocking, the case is already 75–80% complete. That means the clock is already ticking, and time is not on your side. So don't wait. Don't let the unseen threat of a white-collar crime investigation catch you off guard. Be proactive, be prepared, and most importantly, get the right legal representation to protect your interests. When the FBI, DOJ, or OIG comes knocking, the case is already 75–80% complete. Time is not on your side. You may be asking, what is a white-collar defendant, and how are white-collar crimes investigated? To put it simply, a white-collar defendant is an individual or corporation facing charges related to non-violent, financially motivated crimes. These crimes often involve complex legal issues related to healthcare fraud, compliance with the Trade Agreements Act and the Buy American Act, or federal government procurement, to name a few. In the investigation of white-collar crimes, federal agents meticulously comb through financial records, contracts, and correspondences to build their case. This process can take months, even years, and by the time you, the defendant, are contacted, the case may be 75–80% complete. At this point, you might be tempted to cooperate fully, to share your side of the story, to clear your name. But here's a word of caution. Never speak to federal agents without legal counsel present. It's a common mistake made by white-collar defendants. Anything you say can be used against you, and without a seasoned legal mind by your side, you could inadvertently incriminate yourself. Another common error? Hiring a defense attorney with no experience in procurement law. This is a specialized field, and a general practice attorney may not be equipped to navigate the intricate rules and regulations that govern it. If you're facing charges related to government contracts or federal procurement, you need an attorney who knows the landscape, who can anticipate the prosecution's moves, and who can craft a robust and aggressive legal defense strategy. Perhaps you're considering retaining a former Department of Justice attorney. While they may have a broad understanding of the law, they might lack the specific knowledge required for a white-collar defense case, particularly one involving federal procurement law. Remember, the stakes are high. A conviction could result in hefty fines, imprisonment, and irreparable damage to your reputation. It's not just about winning a case, it's about safeguarding your future. Hiring the wrong legal representation can increase your chances of indictment and conviction. Don't make this mistake. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I defend against white-collar crime? Meet Watson & Associates, LLC, your trustworthy defender in the face of white-collar criminal charges. Watson & Associates isn't just any law firm. We are a team of seasoned white-collar criminal defense lawyers with a wealth of experience in procurement law and the underlying substantive rules that cause white-collar defendants to be indicted or ultimately convicted. Our expertise is not confined to the courtroom but extends to the intricate world of government contracting and white-collar crime that involves False Claims Act charges, conspiracy, and wire fraud. Our clientele is as diverse as it is prestigious. ranging from financial institutions to pharmaceutical and healthcare organizations, from industrial manufacturing firms to high-tech engineering companies. We represent CEOs, government contractors, and businesses both throughout the country and overseas. We stand with you, the executives, board members, and senior officers when the specter of white-collar crime looms. With offices strategically located in Colorado and Washington, D.C., we are able to assemble a white-collar criminal defense team anywhere in the country when a federal white-collar case arises. Our reach is as broad as our commitment to you is steadfast. We know the high stakes involved in white-collar crime cases. We understand the gravity of being visited or contacted by government agents, or receiving a civil investigative demand or subpoena. We know the importance of acting immediately, not sitting around. And we know that speaking to federal agents without counsel present is a mistake we won't let you make. At Watson & Associates, we don't just defend you. We arm you with knowledge, guiding you through the intricate maze of healthcare fraud, Trade Agreements Act, and Buy American Act compliance, and federal government procurement. We're here to help you navigate the treacherous waters of PPP loans and SBA small business and affiliation issues. We are dedicated to reducing the chance of indictment and conviction at trial, and we know that hiring us means you're not just retaining former DOJ attorneys. You're relying on criminal defense attorneys with government contracting experience, attorneys who know the game and play it well. With Watson & Associates LLC, you're not just hiring a lawyer, you're building a defense team. Are you a federal contractor being investigated or charged with white-collar crimes? What are some things you need to know? In the world of federal contracting, the stakes are high. White-collar crimes are investigated thoroughly and prosecuted vigorously. And when you're contacted by government agents or receive a civil investigative demand or subpoena, time is of the essence. Don't let a lack of immediate action or the wrong legal representation lead you down a path of serious legal repercussions. Remember, hiring attorneys with no experience in procurement law and the underlying substantive rules could increase your chances of indictment and conviction at trial. Your defense needs to be strategic, informed, and aggressive. It needs to be Watson & Associates. Our seasoned team of white-collar criminal defense lawyers are well-versed in procurement law and have the government contracting experience you need. Don't wait for the knock on the door. Call Watson & Associates LLC today at 1-866-601-5518 or 1-855-697-3398. We're ready to fight for you. Before we conclude this video, we want to remind you to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable insights on white-collar defense. We regularly post content to help you stay informed and prepared. As a token of our appreciation for your attention, we're offering you a free False Claims Act defense checklist. All you need to do is click the link in the description below to claim this valuable resource. This checklist will help you understand the steps you need to take if you're under investigation or have been charged. And remember, our dedicated team at Watson & Associates is just a phone call away. You can reach us at 1-866-601-5518 or 1-855-697-3398. Remember, knowledge is power. Equip yourself with the right information and the right team. Subscribe, get your free checklist, and let's ensure you're ready to face any challenges that come your way.